Hi guys, this is Kim from Abundant Life Tarot, and we are here doing our monthly love readings. And this month for January 2018, so excited to say that, we are going to combine the singles and the couples because I found that it was just too complex for me to break it up by singles and couples. As much fun as that was for me, it was too time consuming. And there's really no need for it because sometimes the readings that I would do for the couples would kind of bleed into for what guidance I would give to the singles and vice versa. So we're going to combine it. And yeah, and then the other thing I wanted to say is a huge apology for last month's videos because they did have poor sound quality. Now I have a new microphone, so hopefully the sound issues are all resolved. And what we will be now doing is monthly readings for all 12 astrological signs. And this will encompass the overall energies, your romance energies, your sensual, sexual feelings and energies going on, something that's impacting your love life for that month, some romance guidance, and then a closing card. So it's going to be quite a bit of info packed into these videos. So I think this format will work best for myself and for you all. But let me know what you think in the comments below. And so, yeah, if you decide later that you want a more in-depth, more personalized reading tailored to just you, you can also hit me at my email or my other methods of getting in touch with me to have a private reading because this reading is really just a general reading for the astrological signs. So without much further along, here we go. Let's get started. Hello Aquarians, this is your girl Kim. We are doing your love reading for the month of January 2018. This is for couples and singles, male and female. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? All right, so we are looking at the overall general love energies for the month of January for Aquarians. Okay. And so these cards deal with like the overarching theme of January for Aquarians, both in relationships and single. So the first card that comes up is retreat, and then we have gratitude. And so what I get a sense from both of these cards, retreat, for some Aquarians, there's going to be a need to actually retreat from, like if you're in a relationship, a feeling like you need to like take a break from your partner. Like sometimes it's getting a little overwhelming to be in the relationship. It's a little demanding at times and you just want to pull back and be by yourself for a little bit. That is also the tendency of the Aquarian, is that at times they just want a little alone time, a little me time. And for some Aquarians, this could mean you are actually going on an actual retreat with your lover or with a new partner. So that's exciting for some of you, while others, this calls for a need to retreat with your partner. So maybe you're not going on one yet, but perhaps this is an advice card that says you need to. Regardless, there's going to be a sense or a need for the Aquarian to, like, they're going to feel like they need to get away. Some will actually act upon getting away in January, actually leaving, and some will actually retreat, as in retreat from an argument or retreat and pull back from, a battle that's been going on in the relationship. And then for others who are single, perhaps you get a deal and you get to go away in a January vacation, and you retreat, and you perhaps will meet your partner. Some of you will find that you are meeting your partner on retreat, on vacation. Again, I get a sense for Aquarians that for January is going to be a sense of when you are finding yourself in battles, not battles, but arguments or contention, that your mantra is going to be, I'm just going to pull back. I'm going to retreat. I'm going to sit back and just let things kind of fall where they may. I'm going to retreat. I'm going to surrender, which is a beautiful thing. That is the overarching theme I get when I look at these cards. And then we have gratitude. And this is powerful medicine, as we know, for Aquarians and for everyone involved, really. You know, everyone, gratitude is powerful stuff. And so for some of you, how you got to the place of retreating or pulling back or surrendering is by having a gratitude for whatever it is. You know, if it's your partner you're having gratitude for, you're able to, in January, not only feel that gratitude, but you're able to show it in big, powerful ways to your partners, for the ones who are in a relationship. For singles, I see you in a sense of gratitude over your singlehood. Perhaps some of you are going to be in gratitude over some dates that are coming your way in January. For some of you, it's going to be a time of new love, new beginnings, and you're grateful for that. But overall, I get a sense that Aquarians are in a great place in life, and so they have a lot to be grateful for. And the blessings are just going to keep coming in 2018 for Aquarians, and particularly in January. So this card not only suggests being grateful and that you'll have a lot to be grateful for, Aquarians, but it also is confirmation that you will be grateful. You will have things to be grateful for in the love arena, both for our single folks and for our coupled up folks, is what I'm getting here. All right, so I now have to reach all the way over here. Let's see if I can do this gracefully. I didn't have everything practically near me today. Sorry about that. All right, Spirit. So we're looking at Aquarians, and we're looking at the general love energies for Aquarians for January. Okay. Oh, these cards want to come out. It's hella funny when that happens, guys. When the cards, I'm like, I didn't know if those were part of my bad shuffling in that moment, or if they needed to come out. But apparently these needed to jump out, which is exciting. The first card that jumped out was the Nine of Cauldrons, or Nine of Cups. This one's a little dark. It's kind of hard to see, but I'll try to get close without a glare. And then we have the Ace of Cups. Like I said, new beginnings in love. There's going to be lots to be grateful for, Aquarians. And then we have Rebirth, the Judgment card, or what's typically the Judgment card. Oh, I love that. Love, love, love. Okay. All right. So we got some cool things happening in January for Aquarians, which is nice because, hey, we like cool things and we like cool things in love. And with the Nine of Cups, or Nine of Cauldrons, there's a sense that, you know, with cups, I should back up. With cups, and you see a lot of watery energies in these three cards, right? So, well, you have the Nine of Cups here, which is, you know, dealing with emotions and dealing with, you know, the intuition of things and and the spirit and like what moves us, especially in the love arena, romance arena. Ace of Cups, again, a lot of watery energy, water for emotions. And then we have rebirth or judgment. We have the baby floating on water. So we're having, and all of this is serene waters. So that tells me that for January, if you were dealing with some turbulent times in December, Aquarians, that January should have simmered down, calmed down. The arguments will have subsided. In fact, the Nine of Cups here suggests that not only have they subsided, but you all are able to almost be in a perfect situation with your partners. In January, you will have moved past some difficult points in your relationships, and you will finally be able to say, aha, I see the work emotionally that we've been doing on ourselves individually and as a couple, and now I'm starting to see the fruits of that labor, that work that we've been doing. Whether some of you guys have been going to counseling for that work, whether you've been communicating more, whether you've been working on some of your own habits and your own insecurities, whatever the case may be, the work is working and you're working it. For our single individuals, single Aquarians, this signifies a great time for you in terms of having many options on the table. You have options. You could even be a little bit picky and cocky off, if you will, be a little extra flirty with folks, because in the midst of all of this, there actually is a prized person. So be on the lookout, single Aquarians, for someone that actually is your mate to be with for a time to come. Here you have the moon here, and that is telling me you need to rely on your higher self, your higher intuition as you move through January. Of course, we always need to rely on our intuition, but it's in the terms of the romantic realm, Aquarians, you're going to be called in January for certain situations that are going to come up where you're not going to necessarily know the answers, know what choice to make, know which partner to go with. But this card with the moon signifies to me that you need to then, if you can't think of the answers, if you don't feel like consulting your girl for a tarot reading, or if you just ask your friends and family and they don't know, you need to rely on what your intuition is telling you about a particular partner, single Aquarians. For our coupled up Aquarians, with the beginnings here is what we get with the aces. So yeah, you may not have a new relationship on the horizon, although there could be new emotional ties that come in, perhaps maybe a new little baby for some of you, or you are having a deepening relationship, a new beginning in your current relationship with your partner. And that's a beautiful thing. It's a deepening of your relationship as it goes through yet another transformation. So that's beautiful. For many single Aquarians, just like I mentioned before, what you'll be grateful for or what you'll have a lot of gratitude for is new relationships. Many of you will actually be experiencing a new relationship in January, a new emotional beginning, which is awesome. Okay, that is something to be grateful for, and you will be grateful for. You will, you'll feel like there was a bounty to be had, and you now have received it in this new person that has entered your life, or this new thing that you're passionate about. And for all of you, there's a sense or a higher purpose or a higher calling that may or may not be dealing with romantic issues or things going on. Maybe you're literally birthing a baby, or maybe you're literally birthing a new business or birthing something, and you were called to do this. Some of you will be receiving this calling in the month of January, while others of you will be just cultivating, working on that calling that started back in 2017, that's continuing forward. You are going to continue on, and you will have the support of your partner. You will have the support of your loved ones ultimately. At first, it'll take some buy-in, but you will get the support that you need from your partner. While others, this could mean like a calling to finally have deep love, to finally have a love to be grateful for. Since this is a romance reading, this very well could pertain to people who are finally at a point in their life to have a new beginning, to build something with their partner, and they're being called, and Spirit is going to answer that call by providing opportunities for you single Aquarians to meet people, but you've got to be in a place where, you may want to retreat from time to time, but Aquarians, if you want to fall in love and meet people and answer that inner calling, that higher calling you got that's coming to you, that strong sense that's coming to you, or, that's calling you to go to your destiny, to go to meet your soulmate, you're going to have to meet Spirit halfway. You're going to have to set out, make some kind of partner goals, make a list of what you want in a partner. You have to get out there, go do some of your interests, but you got to get out in the world, and you're going to have to play in the world in order for Spirit to be able to bring someone to you. Yes, it would be nice if you could just sit on the couch and someone just comes up and knocks on the door, you open the door, and voila, you guys are in love. It does not work that way. I mean, maybe for some of us lucky folk, but for many of us, it does not work that way. So to answer that call, you have to help Spirit out a little. All right, Aquarians. Now I'm going to just go around here. Sorry for the noise. Okay. All right. Now, this was the the Dear Heart Oracle. This was the Celtic Tarot, and now we are looking at the Butterfly Oracle. We are looking at the Butterfly Oracle for guidance on things that may be impacting Aquarians in the month of January, both for coupled and singles, things that could be affecting their love life. Oh my Lord. Sorry guys. It's been a long, fun-filled day, but long. So I'm a little tired. All right, so the first card that come up was finances. An end of an era. And so with finances, what comes up for me, for Aquarians, is some of you guys will, you're the single ones, maybe after Christmas, it's been difficult to be able to find the money or the means to be able to go out and meet people. But this is fine. Get creative then. If you can't spend money or you don't want to spend money for the month of January, that's fine. But that still doesn't mean that you can't answer the call. Get out there and do some free things. Go to the park if the weather is permitting. I know it's winter time in many places. I'm in California. You actually can go to the park out here. I know that's not everywhere, of course. But you get what I'm saying. Get out there, hang with some friends, do some things that will still get you out there, but for a minimal amount of money. Others, though, couples, may definitely be Aquarians who find themselves in relationships may be affected in terms of having to finally buckle down and create a budget, which is exciting. Maybe this is the first time that they are creating a budget with their partner. Or maybe this is the first time in the relationship of 20 years that you and your partner have decided to create a budget to abide by and follow for the both of you. And so this month, there's going to be a heavy focus for couples, for Aquarian couples, to look at finances. Whether maybe you're buying a new car, or maybe you're preparing to buy a home, or maybe you're preparing for some children to go off to college, or perhaps you're just wanting to not live paycheck to paycheck anymore. So you and your partner are going to be coming up with ways to be better financially. Maybe your finances will improve. I get a sense that it's not so much many people are going to be struggling per se for Aquarians, because we have the gratitude card, and all the cards, that have come to date or come forward to this point have been positive. I don't like to use the word positive or negative, but you know what I mean, have been favorable. And so I don't get a sense that, you're going to be hurting for money. Although some Aquarians will find themselves in a financial pinch, but I get the sense at the end of the month, you'll be grateful that you were able to navigate that pinch. And now you're able to come out even maybe a little bit ahead after going through that pinch. So that's the sense that I get. I get a sense that for some Aquarians, that it'll be your partner, for those who are in a couple or relationship, it'll be your partner who kind of precipitates this. It may not necessarily be Aquarians who start it, but in the end, the Aquarian mind will embrace it and actually be like, I actually thrive when I have some parameters on my spending. So that'll be interesting, and that will positively impact the relationship. A small minority of folks, the finances could negatively impact it, but I don't get that sense. I get a sense, and even if you get the sense that it would be, like if you're Aquarians, if you're feeling like you're already not in control of your finances, and I get the feeling, I can relate, I totally understand. This is a card that would signify to me that it's time to now take a look, and a closer look at your finances. They are calling to you to take a look at it, to check your spending, to create a budget. I know for myself, I've created an Excel spreadsheet for my hobbies, so I'm keeping track of how much I'm spending. Little things like that. So just be aware that this could be definitely playing into the love thing for January. And then we have end of an era. And I'm getting a sense that an end of an era of a time where you were feeling less grateful. Like there was an era in your life where you were going through some hardships, for some of the Aquarians out there, whether you're in a relationship or not. And so now you're coming to the other side of that, and you're able to be grateful and to be reflective and say, wow, I've come through it, and now I'm on the other side. I'm ready to date now. I'm ready to put that past behind me. For couples, it could be like an end of an era of struggle. Now you're looking at your finances and you're realizing, hey, maybe we can retire earlier than we thought. Hey, our finances are better than we thought. We can now buy that car. End of an era in terms of, the sense that, wow, something big has happened, something big has changed, and I now can move forward. I now move forward with gratitude for the situation that I was in, but now I'm in a better place now. And sometimes with end of an era, it comes a sense of sadness, right? Some of us are going to have to mourn what it is that's ending. But remember, when there's an ending, there is a beginning. So maybe an era was an era for some of you who are in a long-term relationship that was, your friends and family knew you and this partner. We're going to just be married and be the one to be together forever. Then it turned out that's not the case. You guys end up breaking up. And now you're at the end of that era. Remember, where there's an ending, there's a beginning. And so welcome the beginning with like vigor and gratitude, right? Welcome that new beginning that's trying to come and be birthed through you. Yes, you're saying goodbye. Yes, it's an ending, but it's also a powerful beginning, and it's January, and that's, hey, doesn't get any better than that for beginnings, right? All right, let us look at, what do I feel like looking at? Let's look at the sensual, sexual energies for the month of January for our Aquarian friends, single and couple. There's one card. Oh, Ten of Swords. No, I'm sorry, Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands. All right. We have Ten of Wands. Let's look closely at that one. And then we have Eight of Pentacles. All right, so we're talking about sensual and sexual energies here. And so there's going to be some of us Aquarians who are taking on a little bit more than what's not ours to take on. I'm guilty of it as well. We all are. And sometimes we're taking on too much of what our partner's angsts are, if that makes any sense. I don't know if it makes any sense. I'll try and make sense of it. So sometimes in the bedroom, you know, you can't rely so much on the fact that your partner is tired. You're going to have to, Aquarians, take it upon yourself to push past their tiredness and not be rude about it, but just say, hey, I'm here. I'm still here. I have passions burning. I have a fire that needs to be squelched. I need some help here. Don't always just say, okay, well, my partner is tired, so I'm just going to go ahead and go to bed and let that be the end of it. No, there's going to be some nights you need to initiate it if you're the less tired one. And I hope this makes sense for some of you, but that's going to only help your relationship get stronger. This is obviously for my coupled up Aquarians. For our single Aquarians, I get a sense that maybe, you know, again, you're taking on more issues and problems that's going to be actually hindering your passions. Like you're like right there in terms of being the perfect partner, so to speak, for your partner. And I'm talking about those folks, not necessarily in like a super committed relationship. I'm talking about the people who are maybe sleeping with this particular person, that your lover in mind, but you guys are not solely committed yet. That's the person I'm speaking to right at this moment. You're going to have to pull back and not let sex kind of be the ruler of how this relationship is going. And I just get a sense that you need to pull back and stop giving. Stop being so available and carrying on all of that, being almost inconvenienced by the level of being how available you are to this person. Pull back, let them do some work in the bedroom, and you'll be happy for it. And then when you do make up your mind to finally get a little fed up with the whole situation, like for my coupled up ones who aren't having, you know, relations with their partner, when you finally get fed up, then you will find that you and your partner are moving into an Eight of Pentacles moment where both of you are putting in the work. And yes, your relationship is not quite at the 10 of Pentacles moment where everything is a 10 per se, but you're getting there. And when your partner will then respect the fact that you are putting in that work, you flirted with them, even if they are so tired, just you guys having physical intimacy of touching and hugging and kissing and being affectionate will not go unnoticed by your partner, and they'll be grateful for it. And you will then say, okay, I don't feel like this is just fruitless. My works are building up in this relationship and we're becoming closer. But you're going to initially go through a 10 of Wands moment with your partner. And it's because you're going to have to right that balance and kind of take on some of that, because some of the Aquarian partners out there are working overtime, literally at their jobs. They're not going to have the wherewithal to know that you're missing something. You're missing something to help with fueling your passions in the relationship. But don't just sit idly by. Get to work. Anyways, let's see. So now let's move to some romance guidance. Let's move to some romance guidance, trying to mind the time. Aquarians, I have a lot to say to you guys today. Let's move you here. Okay, Spirit, what do you have for the Aquarian? What do you have for the Aquarian? What do they need to know about love, about their love life? Okay. All right. So we have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And these are from the Romance Angels Oracle. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And so what I get here is a sense of, again, attraction. So this is speaking to both our coupled and our single folks. Again, you got to put in the work to keep that attraction going. Attraction just doesn't, in the beginning it initially got you your partner, right? I mean, but it's going to take some work to keep that going. It's not going to be something that can be done all by its lonesome or just by itself, or by your partner's self, or by yourself. It's going to take some work. So we're going to look at the guidance on that. And then obviously for single folks, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, by being grateful for your singlehood, by being grateful for the fun times you're having with your friends, you attract what it is you're putting out into the universe. So if you're genuinely happy about love and life, that in turn will come back to you. Okay. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Again, especially, well, I guess this could speak to both the coupled and the singles. For the couples, it speaks to, you went through some hard times in the past, but stay optimistic because you do have a lot to be grateful for. And the relationships that you are in are actually some soul relationships. So just stay optimistic about it, coupled up Aquarians, because you do have a good thing going. And then for our single ones, obviously, staying optimistic will be what brings in more of what it is you want. It'll bring in that new beginning for you, that new relationship, by being in gratitude. I'm just going to take a read of the guidebook on some of the chapters, not all of it. Okay. The best way to have more romance in your life is through attraction rather than through strenuous effort. You are most attractive when you're fully enjoying yourself in the present. Your joyful laughter, self-expression, and body language are beautiful. In contrast, any stress you experience as you strain to find romance pushes against the stream of life. Strain comes from a place of fear with an underlying worry. Maybe I won't receive this. That fear then attracts the very thing you worry about. Stress creates wrinkles, bodily tension, a constricted voice, and other attractive characteristics. So, Go smell a rose and fully enjoy its fragrant beauty. Allow yourself simple pleasures that lead to great joy. Affirm frequently that you are loved and lovable. Visualize a romantic relationship with a great partner. Take care of yourself and follow your inner guidance. Wow. Via the law of attraction, you'll draw romantic love to you through your own attractive nature. Wow, I love that message. Okay, it says, stay optimistic about your love life. Let's see. This card is to remind you that you have a strong influence about your love life satisfaction. To shift to a more optimistic perspective. Even if you've had your romantic hopes repeatedly dashed, there's still reason to hold the faith that real love can be yours, if you believe it. Today, take action steps to positively manifest the love life you desire. Whether you're single or in a partnership, begin by visualizing yourself as a romantically happy and satisfied. See and imagine yourself with a wonderful partner who embodies the qualities that are important to you. Imagine that person appreciating and loving you too. You can write lists and conduct journaling sessions about your feelings, hopes, desires, and intentions. I'd also add things you are grateful for. You can also create a dream board with images and phrases related to your love life goals pasted onto a poster board. Daily, look at this dream board with positive intent and follow any inner guidance to take actions related to your dreams. Your positive outlook will make you a more physically and energetically attractive person, which will definitely help your relationship with yourself and everyone else too. So again, checking in with that gratitude, checking in with the law of attraction, using the law of attraction to gain that new relationship, using the law of attraction to keep your relationship happy and at peace and one that you wish to remain in. All right, let's take a quick look at the Heal Yourself reading cards for general healing advice that we can glean from the cards for Aquarians for January for love. Coupled and single. Please. Oh, nice. Sexuality. So again, you know, putting it out there, just putting it out there that, you know, in the beginning of the month, Aquarians, you're going to have to assert your sexuality. I'm talking to I guess both groups, but particularly the coupled up ones. You're going to have to say, look, I'm a sexual being in this piece. I need connection. And your partner will then respond. And sometimes you may have to use that, you know, je ne sais quoi, as they say, to lure your partner in as she's doing. She's got this come hither look. But nevertheless, sexuality is a natural part of who we are as a human being. It is a natural part of a relationship, and it needs to be accounted for. Yes, sex is not everything, but by golly, it is definitely important and definitely should be focused upon. And if you're not getting it, then you need to look at why. Okay. And again, I think this card ties in with this stuff. It's like once you get over this part and you move into this part and you say, look, I'm this sexual being and I embrace that. I'm grateful for that. I don't care if I'm 90. I'm here having a human experience. So I need to have it fully. And then we're going to quickly look at any other advice or wisdom for Aquarians for January. Wow. See, I told you guys. Wealth of love. I'm thinking wealth of actual monetary abundance. It's just going to be a lot for you to be grateful for, Aquarians, in January. Look at that. So pretty. So we're talking in terms of a love reading. So clearly when they're saying wealth, it is wealth and well-being in the love arena. You are going to have so much to be grateful for. For many of you, new relationships starting, Aquarians, many new levels of beautiful commitment for our coupled up Aquarians. And then when we start to ask for what it is that we want, we will receive it in abundance, and our partner will be grateful for our asking. And there will be actual financial wealth for some of you, where this financial abundance that you're grateful for, that you've attracted in, is now being able to be played with and be used with you and your partner. And you guys are now, yes, your finances are improving and things are going to get better. But even if your finances are improving, I still feel like this is an invitation for you to budget, to set up something where you feel like you guys are both on the same page, you're both connected, you're both moving in the same direction in terms of financial, in terms of emotional, everything. But this is boding well for your whole month of January. Really, it's boding well. I get a sense of it's a good launching pad for the whole 2018 to have January so powerful, so rich with things to be grateful for. And then we're going to close the reading because it's gone on long enough, and apologize, but I have to share all these words of wisdom with you. It's like a 40-minute reading. It's my longest one of all the signs, Aquarians. Happy birthday, too, for some of our Aquarians who have birthdays in the later part of January. I'll catch the February Aquarians in the February reading. All right. What are we leaving Aquarians with? What message? And I think we've got it, but I just want to see if there's anything else. Oh, there is. We have empowerment. And we have change. And so with empowerment, again, we are going to be empowered by the love that we're experiencing. We're going to be empowered by the work that we've been doing, the healing work on ourselves. We're going to be empowered by the law of attraction that's working in our life. We're going to be able to empower our partners, empower others around us. It will be a sense of just strong, positive energy for the Aquarians in terms of love and in terms of life, which is amazing. And then we have change. Just like I said earlier, this will be a time of change for many of you. This will be the end of an era for many of you, which is okay. We're not going to always, we're not going to always be able to stay stagnant, Aquarians, nor do we want to. So yes, it's an end of an era. Yes, there's change, but would you rather be like the skeleton and die, or would you rather transform and evolve and grow and let what needs to die, die, and let what needs to grow, grow? You tell me. I don't know. Anyways, I just want to say thank you so much and Happy New Year to you and many blessings in this new year. Much love, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.